Okay, so a couple people have been asking me to slow down the video on assembling the Harbor Freight Sand Blaster. So that's what I delete all the footage because it takes up so much space on my hard drive with all the videos I do. So I don't have the original footage. So I'm going to improvise to help everybody understand how to put this thing together. So hopefully it works out. Okay, so here's a diagram that I borrowed from the owner's manual, and I erased some irrelevant parts that didn't matter, so just to make it clearer. And then I also took this screenshot of the parts laying on my living room floor and numbered them so they correspond to the diagram. And I'm thinking this is all you're going to need to figure this out, but I'm going to include some video in a second here as well. Okay. So this part I provided myself. You put whatever size hose you use to provide air to the unit. I use a 3/8 in this particular one. I think that's 3/8. It's whatever size is above a 1/4 inch. And then you have this union piece here. And the valve and another union piece there. The other thing you want to make sure you do is you put this in the right orientation. It's directional. So there's a little arrow right here. And that's where the air goes in and then out. Then there's this fitting that goes into there to marry up to here. So I'll tell you what that one is. And then up here you have your pressure gauge, another valve, the hose that came with it here, that already has a threaded end that just goes straight up into this valve. Come down here, and this is where this part comes into play. And the hose from above just goes straight into this part here. And then another union fitting so that you can attach the valve to this part. Then there's another union fitting above. That's the one that's in the baggie that said tapered end towards goes in the tank. And honestly, I couldn't tell the difference between the one in the baggie and all the other union fittings that were in the kit. So I don't know that it really matters, but that's what I did. And obviously a valve here. I think I said they're union fitting here. And then here, you're gonna have that barbed end that goes into the hose. Put your hose on there and do a clamp like that. And then it goes into there. So now, let's mosey on over this way, this one. And so you can see here on my old hose, that fitting there is this fitting. And then you'll have your fifth valve, I think it is, or fourth valve, whatever happens. And you'll have another union fitting here. This cap just goes right in the end of that, and you put your nozzle in there. And then this goes into your hose, and you clamp it down. So that's it. Hopefully this was helpful. One of the things I found to make this easier to assemble was I assembled all of this first. And then I screwed it onto here. And then, so that way, this whole thing turned. That O-ring that came in there, that goes there. And then your cap obviously screws on top of that. Like so. I think that's it. I think that's all I can tell you guys about that. Hope this was helpful.